really excited to be here for volume 2, and I'm going to go straight in with the fresh look and the new products we have. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to sanitize my hands, which is always very important, as we all know. And the skin prep is perfection for me. It's really important that the skin is hydrated, so this is a perfect base for me to start on. So I'm going to actually start with the Bergamot Glow Primer, which is super hydrating. So I'm just adding more hydration to the skin and a perfect base for the makeup. So just a pea-sized amount on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start in these areas and just working my way outwards. So we're just adding even more hydration to the skin.
I love your application technique. And you will see how sisters this both look are. So you have fresh skin and then fresh look, and they are really have been designed to be layered together without any peeling. It's really the perfect skincare lineup for makeup lovers.
Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the Rose Glow Cushion, first of all. This is just a really easy way to apply a beautiful, clean, fresh looking foundation. So really easy, just a bit of a tap. I like to always tap on the back of my hand just to see how much product I have. We're going to start in the middle of the face and work our way out. Just tap in like so, just on the nose. I always like to use the product in the middle of the face first, as you usually have a bit more redness in the center, and then as you work your way out, you have less product on the sponge. So just using that tapping motion, and this is just going to give you a really beautiful glow and even skin texture.
The blend is seamless. So now going to applying the Rose Glow Cushion, hydrating, brightening, and on top you have a 50 SPF protection. Can you please let us know, remind me which shade you are applying now, Cole?
So I'm using the 05W.
05W. I think the blend is really, really nice and seamless. And I love the pro tip that she shared about, she's tapping the product on the back of her hand to actually see the amount of product she has on the sponge before applying it directly to the model's face.
And the sponge is really good. You have this teardrop tip, so you can really get into places like underneath the eyes and around the nose. Okay, so that's done. I personally like to just go in again with a foundation brush and just blend those areas that I missed, and then just kind of work down the neck as well.
Very nice. So she's combining the tier custom shape applicator plus the foundation brush at this flawless finish.
Okay, after that, I just want to put a small amount of the Skin Fig Perfector just in the T-zone. I want everything else to glow, but I'm just applying this now because I need a little bit more grip in the middle of the face for the work that I'm going to do now. So just a touch. And I'm now going to move on to a very exciting product that you talked about, the Violet Liquid Blush, and I'm going to show you how to apply it. Now, a little goes a long way, so it's easier to start with a small amount and then build up if you want more of a flush on the cheeks. So, I love the applicator as well. Just turn to me. I'm just going to start in this area here, just a small amount like that, and with my fingertips, I'm just going to tap. You can see already that that flush is appearing, and it has a pH color reviving agent, so it adapts to your pH, your individual pH. So just keep tapping that in. And then I'm going to do the other side and then come back to that side and see if I need to add some more. Just again, just a small amount. Let me turn you this way around. Yeah.
I love it. It
way.
blends seamlessly into the complexion, and we have this glowy finish, which is really, really fresh look.
Yeah, that's what I love. I love the glow of this blush. And for me, obviously, the fresh look is my go-to. So let's just have a little look at that. Beautiful. I think I'm just going to add a small amount more to this side, just like the smallest amount, and just tap. Use those fingers just to tap in the product. Like so, and then turn this way for me. And that's all we need blush-wise. Gorgeous. Okay, so now moving on to our next item, which is, I think I'm going to use the new Kohl liners. So this is the Sleek Kohl Glider, and I'm using 02 Espresso Brown. So I'm just going to use a bit of powder on the eye. Just close your eyes for me. This just gives it a bit more grip. This is what I would do if I'm working on a client. Just powder the area that I want to start working in. Okay. So just close to me. Now you'll see when you get these liners, they glide beautifully on the skin, and then you have the other side, which is easy to create a beautiful wing shape. Super, super easy, high color payoff. Just look straight ahead for me. So I don't want to do too much, but I want to add some definition to the eyes. Let's just close.
So this pencil is very versatile. You can use it as a liner, just like Naoko is doing, smudging it. You can use it as a smoky base. You can use it as a kohl in the waterline. They are very, very versatile, and the shade range is absolutely perfect. Of course, you have the brown espresso that Naoko is using, but we also have black, we also have burgundy, we have plum, we have green. So the shade range is really perfect, and this is the perfect product to add to any look to finalize it and also increase your basket.
And I love the fact that it comes in matte shades and also in metallics, which is beautiful. 2 different finishes. Just look straight ahead for me. So obviously when you're doing it, you'll spend a bit more time, but I just really want to show you what you can achieve in a small amount of time. And I'm actually wearing this shade myself, and it hasn't moved at all, so it really is long wear. Beautiful product. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to the Brow Restyler Pencil. And like I did before, I just want to powder the brows a little bit. This just allows the product to stay on the brow, it won't slide so much. So being a professional makeup artist, I like to use more than one shade. I don't just want to use one color. I want the brows to look more 3D. So I'm actually going to be using these 2 shades, which is 02 Dark Blonde, and then I'm going to mix it up with the 03 Medium Brown. So it has a little spoolie on the end. So just brush the brows up, and I want the brows to look quite natural but fluffier. So I'm going to start with a lighter shade. And this is so easy to use, and it's super precise. The color range is amazing. So I'm just doing one brow first, and then I'm going to work on this brow and then move back. So I don't do a whole brow and then fill in the next one. I want to work back and forth just so it's more even. And the key is just to keep looking. Just keep looking at the brows and then fill in and then brushing them up. Like so. And I'm going to switch over to the other shade. So you can make them as fluffy as you want, but really looking for that kind of 3D effect. Perfect. I'm going to move on to the darker shade again. Okay. So yeah, brows done. Simple, really, really easy. And okay, so now I'm going to move on to the lips. But again, I want to, a little hack for you. Whenever I'm working, doing a red carpet, if I want the lips to stay for even longer, I always powder. Then when you use the pencil, it really stays, it really grips onto the skin. So just a small powder. And then I'm going to start with my lip overline, which is amazing. Like the color range is so beautiful as well. It has all the shades that I love, so all the browns, kind of going back to the 90s, I say, with the shade range, which is really exciting. Okay, these are really, really soft and so simple and easy to apply. So I'm actually going over the lip line slightly. Like so. So Fabienne, how many shades do we have?
For the lip liners?
Yeah.
I think we have 16 shade.
Amazing.
Which is pretty large. I think it was a pretty rich pro tips moment. Thank you, Naoko, for that. I love the fact that you are using 2 shades for the brows. You start with the lightest one in order to fill in, and then you readjust with the darkest shade, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like add in individual hairs with the darker one.
Love that. And then regarding the lip liner application, you start with the Cupid's bow, and then you go to, I don't know the word in English, and again, you start from the Cupid's bow, and then you go down. And then for the bottom lips, you start in the middle, and then you also connect with the ends of the...
Exactly. And then, you know, it depends how big you want the lips. You can line even a bit more, but I want to keep them maybe more so on the naturaler side. So, like so. But you'll see when you use these pencils, they glide so smoothly, so it's really quick and easy to use. Okay, so with the lips, I'm going to use the watermelon oil lip plumper to finish this look. This is an exciting new product that we have, and I'm going to use it straight from here. That's how, you know, you would use it. Just straight in the middle of the lip. This doesn't have a pH color reviving agent, but it has a really nice tone to it. So it kind of gives you, I suppose this is kind of a little bit more of like a 90s-esque look.
Love that, super trendy now.
Like so.
So just like Naoko said, there is no pH revealing agent in the extension shade, but your client has a great choice among, you know, to do among the 3 new shade. So it's more not super, like I would say, related to the shade, more to which flavor she's into: watermelon, coffee, or orange. Et voilà. Are we done?
Yeah, so that's the fresh look. I would obviously like to add to it, but we don't have a lot of time, so we're gonna leave it like this. But you can obviously add face and eyes, you know, bronze it up a bit. yeah, you can add what you want. We have already got the mascara on, so we have mascara already. But yeah, this is basically.
Thank you so much, Naoko. So, before we move on to the second video, I'd like to very quickly to the ingredients we talked about, and we start with the skin prep, right? And then we move on from fresh skin to fresh look. There is a last step that I would like to add just to close the complete beauty